We're just here because we like Boston and you, and it seemed like a nice idea. And I never met all these people before.
Well, I think the reason Madeline's going down to Filene's again, huh?
Exactly.
Do you like Filene's?
Oh, we love Filene's, and the opening chapter of our book starts in the basement of Filene's. Because Kate describes how when chorus girls used to especially take jobs here in Boston because they could go and get things very inexpensively, and they kept hiding the dresses in the wrong sizes, hoping they'd keep getting reduced. So we got a letter from Filene saying thank you for opening your book.
Sure.
We're very flattered.
When
In
did
Filene's, but come to the upper 8 floors. They said, come out of the basement the next time you come.
When did you and the Mostels meet? How long ago?
I met Zero when he auditioned, or rather not auditioned, it was his first week as a performer at Cafe Society. It was a nightclub that I had opened a few years before. And he got there about in 1942, I think. And the boss, Barney Josephson, called me and said, there's this round fellow who's kind of crazy. I went down and looked at him, and it was his first week, and he was absolutely marvelous. And in 6 months, he was a big star, and I knew him from then. That was 42, and then he got married to Kate, and then we all met.
I knew Zero and Kate before that because I worked with Zero on his first radio show, the Chamber Music Society of Lower Basin Street, because I was mostly a radio actress. And then I met Kate while she was going with him when she was a rockette.
Didn't you work as a child, though?
Yes.
On stage?
Yes.
Vaudeville, too? Did you do any vaudeville?
Oh, yes, yes. Kate and I have pictures in our book. We were both vaudevillians.
I read one great thing about how your mother drew attention to you. The audience would love it.
Well, I didn't dance very well, and I didn't sing very well. I could talk a lot and make fun, I guess, and I guess she realized that, and I was the smallest and at the end of the line, so she snipped the elastic in my bloomers so that
That's a pretty drastic way to do it.
Well, that made a good finish for the number and
Drew
a
attention.
good start for my career.
Madeline, you mentioned radio before with Zero, and I'm not surprised, but Jack and Zero were such visual artists. Was radio, did it really do justice to you?
I didn't do radio.
What about Zero?
Zero did.
Just for a little
And
while.
it was right at the beginning of his career. And there were jokes, there were funny jokes, and he had a kind of a funny character going for him every time he opened his mouth. And so it went well. And it was a kind of an odd, interesting program, the Basin Street, Lower Basin
But
Street.
I got the feeling you didn't get the full dimension hearing
No,
Zero on
I don't
radio.
think
No,
so.
or
But,
Jack.
I didn't do much radio. You're right. It was I was a visual person, and I used to have trouble maybe making up jokes, but doing a visual thing always came much easier to me.
Well, what about right now?
He's
Well,
just done 8 TV shows.
Yeah, you did a
8
wonderful
TV?
Lou Grant.
yes, I did. This is the ABC network, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. But we have
But
others
that's
too.
okay.
I won't mention
We have
the
CBS too.
I won't mention the names of the other networks, but I'll mention their letters, like NBC. So I'm not,
That's the
I'm
Cracker
just-
Company, right?
Just ABC, and I'm doing I did Tuesday. I'll be on Taxi, and I can't tell you the ending. It's a kind of a surprise ending, but I will tell you I'm not doing a windshield wiper on it.
Could you do a windshield wiper?
Yes, I could. I'm glad you asked that.
Could you?
Can I walk over to the windshield
Sure,
wiper section?
Jack, you want to do a windshield wiper?
Got a microphone any place around there?
No.
No. We'll get you one.
Okay.
And is this a good position for
Yeah,
me?
right behind the camera there.
I feel like I'm back in vaudeville backstage. But I'm glad you're all prepared for me anyway. This is the fellow who always walks in front of me. This is a windshield wiper. This is the other type of windshield wiper. And this is when you make it go faster. And this is the Morse code. If there anybody in the audience who speaks Jewish, I have a Morse code message in Jewish. Morse code, Jewish. This is a fluorescent light in a dark room. It's a faulty fluorescent light that needs repair, and you come into a dark room and you throw the switch on.
Got one of those.
This is the same fluorescent light repaired. This is an impression of thick split pea soup coming to a terrific boil. This is chocolate pudding that we used to cook chocolate pudding. We just mix it now, isn't that right? This is how it looked when we used to cook it. This is a teletype machine. Oh. This is my impression of can I do an animal or so?
Do you like animals?
We have time for an animal.
Sure.
This is an owl. This is an eagle. A chicken. This is a walking one.
Once Upon a Mattress, you were the king?
That's right. I was the king, and I did that sex thing with the
prince, teaching him about the birds and the bees.
Yes, the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, I just love that.
Right.
That was great.
Let's see, this week rather, Tuesday I do Taxi, and Thursday night I'll be on Soap.
So,
and I do 5 of them.
What's it like being the wife of Jack Guilford?
Let me tell you.
No, yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of fun.
Listen, did a couple ever break up in the middle of a show here?
Not yet, no.
Well, that's what the whole book is about.
You have children, though.
Yes,
They're grown.
and grandchildren.
But I was thinking while you were doing that, Jack, did you do that for the kids? If you didn't, you ought to be shot.
As a matter of fact, my little son Joe, when he was small, I noticed he used to love to hang around old men, particularly. And so I realized he didn't have a grandfather, so I invented a Jewish grandfather. This went on for years, and it was wonderful the way he and Sam and Lisa all responded to this old man. And it went on for years. Like, I'd come home after working somewhere all day, and he would say, "Well, Grandpa, what'd you do today?" And I had to invent things. And this grandpa, finally, I developed him into a stage doorman on Broadway in a theater named Max. And I developed into a number, and it is now a number. And Joe Gilford, who was very small, became a director of movies at NYU. And he nagged me to get the story down, and I gave him 5 days one week, and he made a movie. And when he finished the movie, it's called Max, he started talking about distribution. And I said, "Joe, don't hurt yourself. It's a student film." And he didn't listen to me, so he sold it to Radio City Music Hall, to Home Box Office, and to Channel 13. And people stopped me on the street and said, "Mr. Guilford, I love that old man."
Oh, that's it.